Fred is with us in Los Angeles. Hi, Fred. Welcome to the Dave Ramsey Show.
Hey, Dave. How are you?
Better than I deserve. What's up?
Good. So here's the question. My wife and I followed your plan, and thankfully we're out of debt. We both are college educated, make over $200,000 a year. And then other part of the coin is my parents, while they're also very wealthy and have helped us not pay off our debt so much as to helped us get a home when the economy was in a downturn and be able to get in someplace else. So they did help make a down payment on our house.
Cool.
Outside of that, we're in a pretty good spot. Like I said, we've completed the steps and
way to go.
Not just putting money away and whatnot. But the reason why I called is maybe something similar to kind of what your daughter goes through, I'm guessing, being connected to you. Finding that a lot of our friends, not a lot, maybe 4 or 5, are envious of our situation. And what it appears would be is that my parents have given us money to live the kind of lifestyle that we have. We don't, overlive our money as the Bible teaches, and we give, and we're very generous with our giving. But I said we do make a decent amount of money, but again, it goes back to I've had friends make comments, very snide comments about, oh, wow, it must be nice, or things of that nature. And it's tough to hear that, because when my friends have good things happen to them, I'm genuinely happy for them. I'm happy that they're doing well, or that they've got a good job and they're able to buy a house, and I'm really happy for that. But it just feels like sometimes that some people that are your friends are jealous or envious of the situation that you're in.
Yeah. How old are you?
35.
Okay. Well, you're old enough that you've experienced that some of the people you went to high school with, you're no longer in contact with because you don't have anything in common with them. Right?
Yeah, I do. Some of my high school friends.
Not because you're stuck up, but because you don't have anything in common with them.
Right.
I mean, the people I used to raise hell with, when I quit raising hell, I didn't have anything in common with them. And so, I'm not mad at them. I'm happy to spend time with them, but they're probably not going to be in my inner circle like they were when I was in high school, because they've continued that lifestyle and I haven't. Okay?
Right.
And so what happens as you become more successful, regardless of how you did it, as long as you did it legally and morally and ethically, which obviously you did, but as you become more successful, there are people that don't understand. And they make hurtful or snide comments. Sometimes they're even in your family. And so what Sharon and I have learned to do is we have to decide how hurtful and how close that person is. If this is a distant person who just says something that's, just socially weird and they're just too dumb to know that what they said was hurtful, we just water off a duck's back and let it go. But if this was what we consider to be a close friend who made a comment like that, I would call them out on it. And I would say, listen, you know what? Number one, you're wrong. Number two, that's hurtful. You act like, with your little eye roll, and it must be nice, that I haven't done this and that somehow that my parents did it for me. Our parents helped us, but it was very little. Dude, I make a couple of $100 a year, and we've managed to live on less than that because we're disciplined, and that's how we got where we were. Luck had nothing to do with it. And so if you and I are going to be friends, you're going to have to be my cheerleader, not my detractor. And I've called people out on it. It sounds just like that. But not many times. Most of the time, they're distant enough from me, and I just don't really care what they think, and so I just go on. We built a big, nice house, and we had a person in the outer rings make comments about our house. You shouldn't be doing a house like that, and that's just opulent, and they're just showing off or whatever. Well, all that means is I'm not going to be spending time with you much. And I'm not going to confront that person. There are 4 or 5 rings outside the inner circle. But if they're close enough to me and they make a comment like that, I'll pop them a little bit. I'll call them out on it. I mean, gently but very firmly. You know what I'm saying? So you just decide how close they are to you as to whether you want to bother with that or not.
My question, though, on that then is, how specific then do you get with them about your situation? Obviously, you have a situation different than I have, but as far as numbers go, or hey, here's how it worked out, or whatever, that's none of their business.
That's you can decide that in this situation, but I don't have to explain it to you, but I'm going to tell you this much. Okay, here's what happened. And, Mom and Dad helped us a little bit with the house and everything else we did because we make a couple of $100 a year and we live on less than we make. It's been a matter of discipline and diligence. And dude, don't make a comment like that again if you want to be close with me, because that makes me mad. It hurts my feelings.
Have you, last question kind of on the same topic, is kind of going on what your framework says, and I agree that you keep your friends close to you who kind of share the same amount of income. And I do have some friends that are pretty close in that have also made similar comments. Have you had the same? I mean, this doesn't seem normal.
I mean, sometimes it's affected.
Like, this isn't a deal.
Yeah. Sometimes it's affected by that. Now, I've got lots of friends that make a lot more than I do and are a lot wealthier than I am, and I got lots of friends that don't have a small percentage of what we've got. But they're the kinds of people that I share a value system with, I share a faith walk with, and what my net worth or my income is irrelevant in that relationship. And if they make it relevant by doing something like that in that relationship, it damages the relationship. I didn't change. I didn't become snobbish. I'm still just Dave from Antioch. I'm still the same guy. I didn't change. Now, I've cleaned up my life as I've cleaned up my spiritual walk over the last 40 years. And I'm a better person of character than I was, because I was a character, And so that part has changed. But I'm saying I didn't become stuck up or snobbish, or I don't look down at people because of money. But I'm also not going to be talked down to by people who purport to care about me because I've become successful. So, I'm not going to rub your nose in it. But we're just not going to have weirdness around the money subject. If we're going to have weirdness around the money subject, then it's not going to be happening much. We're not going to be around each other much. That's what it comes down to.